Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre, the 2026 Underwater Hockey Nationals. We have a fiery matchup today between the Tasmanian Elite Women and the Queensland Elite Women. And I'm joined today with Romy Keppel.
Thanks, Luke. Yes, hello, welcome one and all. We are up to day 2 of the Elite and Masters divisions at the Australian Nationals. We've got Queensland with the Black Sticks taking on the Tassie women with the White. This should be a pretty tightly contested match. Both these two teams coming in looking to take away the tournament gold medals. We've got a start in this court won by the Queensland women only just. Looking to punch through the middle, cleaned up by the Tasmanians, and they'll sweep it wide. Nice clear vision this morning, not like the snowstorms we were having last night. And we'll see play congeal on the far wall. Tried and true strategy for Queensland. There's a call from the referee, and they'll be sending Queensland back for chopping.
That's the first stoppage in play. As we've noticed throughout this competition, the referees have been pulling up more and more fouls. Let's hope this doesn't get any worse, because all these commentators and viewers want is to just see a nice flowing game of hockey. As play resumes, Queensland on the attack, the defensive Tasmania pushing up forward. I apologise, I got the teams mixed up. Tasmania on the attack, they're in the Queensland attacking third. Queensland working hard in defence to push the puck towards the onside, but Tassie pinch it and they're switched across. Queensland desperate, looking to get back to this wall. We're in a current dead spot. But Romy, hasn't like the skill, the talent, it's competition. It's been off the Richter scale so far. What's been your opinion on it so far?
Yeah, it's been an earthquake of a tournament so far, Luke. The women's division very closely competed for a number of years now. We have different champions every single year, so it seems. Tassie held the crown last year after a nail-biter contest with Queensland as they go for one of their trademark swims. Looks like it's Eliza Game with the fast feet kicking up towards the Queensland defensive goal tray. She is just a blur of fury and motion, swept wide by the Queensland defence. I expect we'll see some pretty solid defensive work from the Queensland ladies this game. They're known for their strong bodies and love of the contest. Tassie prefer to keep it clean and wide. Queensland now on the roll, and they'll look to bring it into the middle. I'm not sure she's quite got the opportunity. Shut down by Tassie. Queensland keeping the momentum, rolling forward to the Tasmanian goal. Here's a chance for them. What answers do Tassie have? Can they set up their defense? It's looking pretty dangerous. And a call from the referees. It's going to go against Queensland. Tassie fans breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, that was quite the nail biter. Last year's Nationals, Tasmania, the reigning champions. So if you can learn anything from the commentary booth today, it's if you want a cheap pedicure, watch a Tasmanian game.
You won't get your nails painted, but they certainly will be shortened, as I think Bridie Hilda takes the free puck for Tasmania. She's found her wing on the right-hand side. And we'll move up the court. Big drive from Tassie. It's been shut down by number 2 from Queensland. That is Melissa Patton, total legend of the game. Love to watch Mel play. Unfortunately, her team's given away a free. Lots of them going Tassie's way so far in the first 5 minutes of this game. I think Bridie Hilda and Gabby Larson might be taking the fullback responsibilities for Tassie this game. I imagine Queensland will be solidly set up with reliable Kate Howard and maybe Amber. I'm not sure who's playing fullback for Queensland, Luke.
Yeah, but either player is a great fullback. We're very lucky, both teams. We have some current world champions playing, so and that's quite a consistency amongst all these teams, which is only a reflection of the quality of player present today. As play resumes, Tasmania working for a big push, and yep, there's Kate working hard in defence there. I believe she's playing fullback. Tasmania looking to move the puck towards centre court, and they do, but Queensland, beautiful hook defence there as they get back towards the onside wall. The Tasmanians waiting patiently, but another stoppage in play. We had Hannah Robert Tizzett waiting to pinch that puck for an offensive move, but ref stoppers play resumes. Ooh, some heavy contact there. As the puck's really get moving towards the wall. We're a metre out from the goal tray. Tasmania screaming in towards the tray. Queensland moving hard in defence. And appears to be another stoppage in play. Tasmania with all the pressure so far. And Rommy's already biting her nails.
Yeah, I thought I'd start the pedicure early. Luke, I just want to call out a great play I saw from Dina Victoria a couple of minutes ago. Sometimes people don't get their credit when it's due. It's a flick from Bridie Hilda. She finds a wing. I think that might be Hannah. She's beaten by the woman I was just talking about, Dina. She's had some lovely clearances as her role in centre. Supported by her halfback, we'll see the classic Australian three-way backline rotation. Fancy fancy stick work from Kate. That's just... stick candy, bring that back. She's got her support behind her. I don't know who that is. Number 9 from Queensland. Nice contained and good composure there from the Queensland girls. They lock it down and Hannah looks for the drive on the 45. She's trying to find her centre. Not quite done cleanly. As it might be Alice there. Looks to pick it up. She hasn't been able to do it in Queensland now with the momentum and the numbers behind the puck. They'll drive the ball. Picked up by Bridie, I think, but there's been a call from the referee and we'll have a stoppage. 8.5 minutes left to play. No underscore yet. Tight contest from both teams. I think Tassie are just edging it slightly with the momentum, but some solid responses from the Queensland women as well. They got really close to the Tassie tray early in this game, but not quite able to put a score on the board as Tassie take their free flick into the middle from it's Bridie or Gabby, I think. Here's Gabby with the puck now. She's beaten 3 people but hasn't quite been able to find her teammate. Here's Liz attacking Kate. Found a player behind and a flick and chase. Can they double team up the wall? Looking really solid from Bridie, and Liz jumps in for the steal. She turns on a dime, flick back to a halfback, and they'll cut a 45 into the middle. Can they spread this Queensland defence? No such luck so far. A solid clearance from the Queensland girl will come back to the wall. Bridie looking to drive, maybe a little bit of glove action there, but she'll get away with it. As Kate Howard back on the puck, attacked ferociously by Alice, who's gone up for breath. Lies now in to shut down the Queensland defence. They've been rock solid so far. No breaks at all for the Tassies to exploit. We'll see, I think Mel's coming up the wall now. Bit of a melee. It's locked and loaded so far this half, folks. Not a lot of breaking open the game. I expect we'll see a bit more of that as the fatigue starts to set in. Hannah's gotten a steal. Oh, no, it's not Hannah. Sorry, I think it might be Grace. She found Alice, and Grace will cut the 45 now. She's got a Queensland woman off her, but some heroics from Gabby, but she's not been able to pull it off. Furious chasing from the Tassies, and very luckily they've swept it wide, stopped a Queensland attack that was certainly aiming straight at their goal tray.
Wow, this is why you can never underestimate a Queensland side. Under pressure, Kate and Tanya really working hard in their defensive corner. Tasmanian had all the possession this half, and then out of nowhere, big break by Queensland, and narrowly missing out on a goal there. As Tasmania had recovered, and they moved the puck back to halfway on the offside wall, and they appear to have the advantage now. We're currently at 11:33 Eastern Australian Standard Time. The weather, 31, feels like 34. The water temperature feels like 35. So, I hope all you athletes in the lead up to this tournament focused on your aerobic training, because sprints is really hurting out there. So I believe the winners in all divisions will just be who's the fittest, not necessarily the fastest, which has flipped in terms of energy systems across the years. Anyway, enough talk about the energy systems. We've got some far more important things to talk about. Like the canteen at the pool. Yeah, the canteen at the pool has got some real good coffee. So if anyone's listening to this in the stands on the wireless and you feel like getting a coffee, just head down there. We have 10 seconds left of this timeout. We're still locked in. Tasmania 0, Queensland 0.
Folks, if you're watching from home, please do feel free to jump into the live chat. Leave a comment. Tell us who you're watching. Any feedback from the commentators is certainly appreciated, if not taken on board. All right, Gabby Larson once again. She's just so fluid on those curls. I don't think there's someone in Australia who does that better than she did. Hasn't quite been rewarded yet, but Tassie forwards really solidly set up. I don't think Queensland will break that line this time, and the Tassie backs now on the drive. Forward scrambling to get in front. They've broken Queensland wide open here. There's a big opportunity. They look for the 45, but that is where all the congestion is. They've swum straight back into the pack. It might not matter for Tassie as they look to drive. Oh, big numbers around the puck. This is quite dangerous for Queensland. But clutch save. I think that might have been Tanya again. She's found her wing. And they'll lock it down. On this near side wall, you can see Gabby once again coming in. She's just a real cornerstone of this team now. Queensland looks to drive right on the 90 degree, and it's dangerous. The intercept from the Tassie forward. I think they're going to get away from it. A bit too much barging from the eager Tasmanian. Sorry, folks, I didn't catch who it was. I think Hannah's in the centre right now. I'm not sure who her wings were. They've both gone for a sub. Might be a very good opportunity for Tasmania to call a timeout here. They've only got 4 in the water, and they're exchanging about 20 metres away from where the play is, but they've decided not to, and they're going to take a 4-on-6 against Queensland. Their forwards just coming in a little bit late, so all the momentum on Queensland's side as they rumble down the far wall. It's also a kick out for, and I'm sorry, Andrew, it's Hannah who's going to spend a minute on the bench. Just a bit too gangly this time. 5 minutes left to play, and her team are down 1 woman. It will be 5-on-6 versus the Queensland women. Bit dangerous for Tassie. Queensland have been finding their momentum. 1-on-1, but the Tasmanian back too good, and she'll clear it to the corner. Hannah's only out for a minute, so Tasmania will probably just look to consolidate in this far corner while they wait for Hannah to come back and bring in the reinforcements.
As we've seen throughout this competition, sim bins have often been detrimental to the side, and like with the experience of Dina and Kate, they smell blood in the water. So here's a big push now, approximately 10 seconds left for Hannah to get back in. Big push by Queensland, they're a metre out, 2 metres out, but some beautiful textbooks defence there by Tasmania as they push it towards the onside corner. That was some absolute beautiful stuff there, I believe, by Grace Wells. Grace Wells, awesome work there. And Hannah is back in the water. And here we are. Still not out of jail yet, Tasmania. It's Queensland. Big push led by Kate. Big flick forward. All 12 players down on deck. Big scramble. And the puck was mills off that tray. And Tasmania valiantly defended it. And Tasmania have defended it as they've been awarded a foul, most likely for gloving or barging. And a quick moment to resettle for Tasmania. We have 3 minutes left on the clock. We're still locked here at 0-0. Queensland versus Tasmania.
Thanks, Luke. Yeah, that was right down to the wire for Tasmania there. I thought for sure we'd see a Queensland goal, which is not what you want in the late stages of the first half. It's very hard to go into halftime with a goal deficit. Tassie did do it yesterday against Victoria, and I'm not quite ready to talk about the outcome of that game yet. So Tassie often find a second wind in the second half. They've had answers for Queensland every step of the way so far this game, but it does sort of feel to me right now that Queensland is starting to find the momentum in this game and break open the holes that Tasmania have. Not that they have many, but game not opening up quite as much as we might have expected from this team. There's been a lot of sort of wall corridor rumbling. As we'll have a restart. Tassie free puck, and here we go. Bit of opening up. Oh, not a great flick, and it's shut down by the Western Australia wing. Quick onto the puck. She couldn't find her wing on the outlet, Tassie, and now we've got a bit of a feeding frenzy in the middle. Hannah getting in all into it. She's found her back behind her. I think it's great. She's going to look for Hannah, who stayed down to support, and she's going to go for a third effort. Very impressive. Big contest into the middle. It's swept back to the wall, which is where Tassie wanted. Alice getting real argy-bargy with a Queensland woman. I think she might have taken her mask off. But it's all fair in sport. Oh, it's come into the middle for Queensland. Full drive towards the Tassie tray. Can Tassie keep it out? I don't know that they will. Oh, so close for Queensland there, but Tassie impressively clear it out, and Hannah and I think maybe Alex are going to look to consolidate. I just can't believe that stayed out, Luke.
Oh, that was some beautiful defence there by Hannah, but they're not off the hook yet. It's Queensland 45, they angle in towards the goal, and some beautiful defence again by Tasmania. Like, this is only day 2 of competition, and obviously Tasmania, they're still adjusting to the conditions. Usually living in Tasmania on average about 20 degrees. Water temperatures usually at a nice, relaxing, professional level of 24 degrees. Yet we're up here in like a sauna. And another stoppage in play. Queensland really pushing it on. But it looks as though, yep, Tasmania not off the hook yet. And it is still 0-0 with a minute 40 left on the clock. We thank the staff on the pool. The visibility of the water is a lot cleaner today. We also thank the players for showing up relatively clean for once. Keep it up, players, and keep it up, staff.
Fans of the division, earlier this morning, Victoria sinking New South Wales. I think the score was 8-1, and currently in the other court, South Australia is taking on Western Australia. Western Australia leading that game 5-0 in half-time. We've got a minute to play in this court. Tassie's been on the back foot for 5 minutes, but they're well versed in their defensive efforts and they've been successful keeping it out so far. But one does have to wonder, is the dam about to break? Oh, and it has. Heartache for the Tasmanians. A minute left to play and Queensland have sunk it into the tray. That is just not what you want coming into the halftime break. Number 6 from Queensland here. It's Beste Octum. I believe she's playing as a forward. Oh, sorry. I've gone completely backwards on this, folks. It's Dina Victori from Queensland. She's the centre forward for Queensland, and we've had a kick out for Tasmania. Number 6, I think that's Eliza Game, is going to spend 30 seconds on the bench. So terrible outcome for Tasmania. 15 seconds left to play. Very hard to see them scoring from here. And I don't think they're going to try. They're just going to sweep it wide, close out this first half.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, Simbini is absolutely detrimental to a side, and in this instance, extremely detrimental. Eliza Game, a current world champion, to lose a player of that calibre would really hurt Tasmania. And here we are, half-time, Queensland just grabbing the lead before the half, 1-0. Now, we just hope now that this hasn't been much of an adrenaline dump for Tasmania. It really hurts when you get a goal scored against you right on the bell, but they aren't national champions for no reason. I've got complete faith that they aren't going to get that adrenaline dump, and they're going to come back firing with vengeance leading into this second half. What do you think of that first half, Rummy?
Yeah, it was excellent watching. Both teams very strong. I would expect both of them sailing through to finals. We might even see them go up against each other again tomorrow in the semi-final. It's still shaking out exactly who will be moving through. I think Western Australia is certainly a lock, and I'd expect these two teams to be right up in it as well. Folks, an excellent game of hockey. You don't want to miss any of this, so make sure you're staying tuned. Luke, I'm just going to run through the team list. I'll call the Vic women. I won't call the Vic women. They're not in the water. I'll call the Tassie women, and I'll leave you to do the Western Australians. So, in alphabetical order, we've got Alex Summer, number 12, Alice Vanderwood, she's the captain, number 13, Bridie Hilda, number 7, Cam White is the vice-captain, she's number 9, Dan Hunt, number 8, Eliza Game, number 6, Fiona Walsh, number 3, Freya Whelan, number 11, Gabby Larson, number 1, Grace Wells, number 4, Hannah Robert Tissot, number 5, Phoebe Stewart is number 10, and they are coached by Harry Vanderwood.
And we look at the Queensland team. We have Alana, we have Bestie, we have Dina, we have Emily, we have Ingrid, we have Jessica, we have Kate, we got Leanne, we got Mel, we got Sarah, we got Sienna, and we've got Tanya. Now, I could go through all those last names, but I would butcher the absolute bejesus out of them. So, yep, I own it.
Luke, something about the cadence of your voice as you called those names, it really made me think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know, we got Dasher and Dancer and Kate and Dina, and I'm not sure who Rudolph would be on this team. Might be Anton. I don't know if he's had some sunburn today. It's wicked hot out here in the UV. UV is just punishing. So we've all coated ourselves in mineral-resistant, Mozzie-proof sunscreen. It's a horrible tactile sensation, but it is keeping our skin attached to our bodies, which is very nice. We've got 20 seconds left to play in the half-time. Tassie needing to find some answers to the Queensland offence. They were very dangerous for about the last 5 or 6 minutes of the first half, and Tassie did very well to clear it out a number of times, but eventually Queensland breaking rank, and they managed to sink one in with the wizardry of Dina Victori, the centre for the Queensland women.
Yeah, Dina and Kate playing awesome for the Queensland side. Fun fact is they don't actually do laps in the pool. They prefer saltwater resistance, so you often see them swimming along the 600 kilometres of canals in this Gold Coast region.
I don't know if there's any crocodiles in the canals, but I can imagine Kate Howard would wrestle one if she saw it. Got a free puck. It's only been 20 seconds, but the referees are going to send the Queensland women back for a bit of hugging, and they've booted someone from the pool. I think it may be number 6 for the Queensland women. Folks at home, that is Bestie, who I incorrectly awarded a goal to earlier. She's going to spend a minute in the sin bin for a little bit of barging, which Tas now on the drive. They've got the numbers up, and this might be their opportunity to capitalise. It's clearance now from number 9, Luke, who is Tanya, who's had a cracking game so far. Kate Howard streaming in behind to support. She's up against Gabby Larson, her erstwhile teammate in the Australian team, and a bit of an arm wrestle between them, neither coming away victorious. It's going to be a chopping foul against the Queensland women, and they are sent right onto the lip of their goal tray to defend.
Well, here we are, Tasmania. They've come out with absolute fire. They really want to get this game back to 1-1 apiece. Here they have a real attacking opportunity. Queensland all down on deck. Here we go. We hit the 3. We hit the 2. We're hitting the 1. Tassie's scrambling. They're pushing hard. Kate in the thick of it in defence as the puck spills out towards the onside side of the tray. Tasmania looking to bring it back. Some beautiful defence there by Queensland, but they're not out of trouble yet. A beautiful switch across court by Tasmania. We've pushed it out to about the 8-metre mark here. And Queensland with a lot of defensive pressure as the puck moves back towards halfway. Some beautiful, beautiful defence there by Queensland. And I just did receive intel. Kate has wrestled a crocodile before in the canals of the Gold Coast.
I hear that she wears a necklace of crocodile teeth around her neck to remind everyone of all the victories. She is just a force in the water against women and crocodiles alike. As Queensland now with the momentum, Tassie unfortunately not able to capitalise on the opportunity they had to score. They were very close to bring this to an even matchup, but they're now still in deficit as we've had 3 minutes elapse in this second half, sorry. Gabby finding her forward. It's a drive now from... Goodness, one of the younger women, I'm not sure I know who that is. Number 4 from Tasmania. Oh, it's Grace Wells. Queensland reconciling with the puck. Oh, here's a drive on the 45. Dangerous time for Tasmania. Will they be able to sweep it? Won't matter because the referee has made a call. It's chopping, and it's once again going against the Queensland women. I think the Tasmanian women have had the lion's share of frees in this game. They've had maybe one more sin binning, but certainly a lot of the water frees going their way. They'll get a breath of life to clear it away from their goal tray now. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a sweep here. Well, no, we're going to see it right through the guts of the pool. I don't know if that was quite the right move. It's where all the Queensland legs are. Furious contest. I think that might be Vander Smash now. She's moved it to the wall. Supported by Hannah. Might have actually been Hannah's drive. Cam just lurking out on the wing, looking to shut down any lateral movement. Got Phoebe flicking forward to Hannah. She's flicked it even wider to Cam, who's got fast legs. She'll sprint towards the corner. Gee, if they could just cut it up through the middle, I like their scoring chances a little better. Queensland very solid on that wall. So we'll have the contest. Queensland breaking through. She's got the Tasmanian woman wrong-footed, picked up. I reckon that was by Gabby. It was so clean. I think she's found maybe Phoebe, who's looked for a fullback, and they've cast it back in the 45 into the middle, swept again wide by Queensland, and they'll take a moment on the far wall to just consolidate.
Well, this has been a real back and forth match in terms of field position. Tasmania have been really on the Queensland tray, but with a flick of a switch, Queensland pushed back towards the Tasmanian tray. Here we are at the halfway mark on the offside wall, where Tasmania have regained possession. A big push forward, big switch across to the open forward, but Queensland steal it again. Tasmania, this is a real arm wrestle instead of court right now. It's anyone's park. Tasmania really pushing to equalise this game. We've got 9 minutes 50 left on the clock. Queensland 1, Tasmania 0. And another stoppage in play against Tasmania. So sigh of relief to all the Queensland fans.
Yeah, 5 minutes down, I'd say neither team really dominating. Tassie maybe just with their nose in front this first half, but it'll be a war of attrition, folks. 10 minutes left to play. This is when the fatigue really starts setting into your legs, as Queensland doesn't quite get the result they wanted from that free puck. It's locked up again on the far wall. They have been very strong on their wall rumbles. They've got some really nice 2-on-1s, 3v2s. Call from the referee. I think they're going to send Queensland back to defend. Chopping foul against Queensland. They have had a number of those, and they're probably lucky to be escaping without a team warning. But if they're, warnings are discretional. It's sort of based on the context, who's been committing the fouls. So, the referees do know best in this situation. But it's Tassie's free, and we're going to see a sweep on the 45. She'll look to open up to her off wing, but Queensland's got Tassie's number. Might not matter as Tassie start the drive. They got all the numbers behind them, pushing on the Queensland goal tray. It's spilled out behind, picked up by the Tasmanian back. She'll drive, but she's shut down. I think that's number 10 from Queensland with the sweep wide. The referees haven't called anything. It's Alana who's got that sweep. Tassie's now going to look at the back wall, but I just don't think they're going to break through Kate Howard there, and they just haven't quite been able to do it. So I think their options are all behind them. Cam looking to pick up. She looks for Gabby, but she's popped up, and it's nothing but Queensland sticks underwater. Dina will look to drive against Gabby. She's giving her team time to set up. Kate now with the puck. Little chip flick forward. Beautiful defense from the Queensland woman. Once again, keeping out very tough save and denying Tassie the opportunity to score. Grace now consolidates. She finds a fullback, Gabby, who will push through the wrong-footed Queenslander. She curls, centers it, and she flicked it to her teammate, but the flick wasn't quite right, didn't go through. Bridie's beaten, and Queensland now only 1 or 2 defenders left to break. The Tasmanian forwards scramble to get in behind the puck, and Tassie's managed to clear it out. Grace now looking to contain it, keep the puck on the stick, mate. She's been beaten, and the Queenslanders now will drive in towards the centre tray. Kate looking dangerous. She's lost the puck, and she's had a sweep. There's a drive wide. I think it's Hannah or has had a go. I think we're going to see a Tassie free. We will, and I think that might have been against Kate. She lost the puck and kept moving forward. Not intentional, but it did get her team an advantage, and they'll be penalised for that.
Yeah, some beautiful defence there. Bridie there really doing a good effort there, stealing the puck about 2 metres outside the goal and getting it out of trouble. And as a result, Queensland calls the foul, and Tasmania now back in possession. Queensland have called a timeout to recuperate here. Now, if you're the Tasmanian coach, Romy, what would you be telling your players right now?
Luke, if I were the Tasmanian coach, I'd just be permanently weeping in awe of my sister. Poor Harry Van der Crash, just always living in the shadow of Alice. But I would think he's got a lot to offer this team. He's a measured person, and as a referee of international tournaments, I'm sure he's got some really great insights. This is a team with just phenomenal experience. I think almost everyone on this team has been or is currently in the national team. Some of them are veterans of many campaigns. Queensland too, with a lot of experience under the belt, but just not quite the same caliber as the Tasmanian women. What they do have, though, in Queensland is a lot of just really spirited young players who I'm sure will grow and grow as they develop. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at many of the next generation of Australian national team players in the pool right now, which is very exciting. All right, play locked up on this near wall. It's going to go against Tasmania this time. A little bit of argy-bargy on that wall. Good opportunities for Queensland here to get another one on the board. I think if they can take a 2-0 lead, it'll be very hard for Tassie to come back from here. Oh, beautiful big flick to centre it. The Tasmanian wing just not quite able to get a stick onto it. But it has been swept wide, and Tassie have good numbers now to defend the Queensland onslaught. I think Queensland's play from here is just to try and keep the pressure up on the Tassie goal tray. It's not crucial that they score. It's just really key that they keep them away from the drives at their own tray. Here's a moment now. It's, goodness, I don't know who that player is. I'm sorry. She had a good opportunity, but she was pinched on both sides. It is an advantage being called by the referee, and I think we'll have it go Tassie's way. It will, and there's going to be a penalty for Queensland. 1 minute kick out. We'll wait to see the number. It's a barging foul. There's been a number of them. Queensland are known for throwing their bodies behind the puck. It's very effective, but it's a bit risky. You can throw away those frees. I can't quite see. That might even be Mel Patton, who's been sent to the bin. It's number 2 for Queensland. That is Mel Patton. She's a key figure in that team, and it's a shame to have her out on the bench. I think that's Eliza Game on a drive now. Had a tight curl to her back behind her. She found her full back, maybe centered just a little bit too early. Come back to the wall, and Eliza looking to hunt the puck. Beaten a little bit, but she's got support from behind from her halfback. Look for Alice. Alice gets it and releases to her wing. Let's see some swimming now, Tassie women.
Here we go. We've got 24 seconds left in the sim bin for Mel. This is a great time for Tasmania to equalise this game. 18 seconds left as they're pushing towards the Queensland tray. Queensland working valiantly in defence with a team of 5. But Tasmania relentless in their push. And here we go. They're approaching the 6 metre mark. They've approached the 3, the 2. Queensland scrambling in defence. Tasmania flying in towards the goal. Once again, orchestrated beautifully there by Kate Howard. She's on fire. A Tasmanian expat, actually, to all you viewers at home. An absolute icon in the Tasmanian game, and a credit to herself to move up to Queensland and really build this Queensland side into a standout team. Only 2 years ago, they won the Nationals. Let's play resume.
Yeah, I was talking about it yesterday with one of the Tasmanian women, how Queensland used to be one of those teams you just sort of treated as, a bit of a rest game, and that is absolutely not the case anymore. Queensland have just been ferocious in the tournament for a number of years, dominating the junior divisions. They've had the fair share of wins in the women's, and the men's division is starting to look like they might be serious contenders for the gold. They just went down against WA in the men's division. WA sinking a goal in with, I think, about 6 seconds left to close out the game, but it was very tightly fought in that game. I think if I'm Tassie after this game, I'm probably asking myself, why didn't we score those goals? We had opportunities, and it was right on the Queensland tray, and we just couldn't put it in. So what's lacking? Is it our numbers around the tray? Is it that we're driving just not quite the right directions? Is it we're trying to score it too early before we've broken the defence down? I'm not sure what the answers are. I'm sure they'll be thinking about it as they move into games this afternoon. They will be taking on WA. They've got a tough day today. They're taking on WA this afternoon. WA undefeated by Australian teams so far this tournament. They did lose to the New Zealand women yesterday in a very tightly fought match. Definitely go and give that a watch if you didn't watch it live. Queensland are going to take on New South Wales this afternoon. New South Wales has had a bit of trouble this tournament. I think their closest score was 6-0 yesterday against South Australia. So, but they've got plenty of heart, so I'm sure they'll really take it to the Queensland women if they can. Big flick into the middle, but it's all for naught as the referees have called a free puck, and they'll send the Tasmanian women back to defend their tray.
Queensland in their attacking zone now. And Bridie's just been kicked out. We know what happened last time. There was a sim binning this close to the tray. Queensland capitalised on it. Will they do it again? Will they be able to ice the game? We only have 2 minutes left in this game. Queensland still up a goal. Tasmania, though, with a two-player substitution earlier, some fresh legs on the court. Will they be able to hold them out? We've got a minute. We've got a minute sim binning to everyone at home, and we have 28 seconds left in this timeout. Tasmania just taking some big breaths because they've got to really work hard for this next minute till Bridie comes back on court. Another member of the World Championship winning Australian team. 10 seconds left. Thank you for everyone commenting. We'll give you all a shout out at the end of this game. This is real edge of your seat hockey right now. This has been a privilege calling this game, and play resumes. Queensland with a big flick forward. Tasmania, all 6 players down on the base, doing everything they can to stop this puck getting near the tray. And it looks like they have reclaimed possession and moving towards the offside wall. No Queensland. They're edging towards the defensive corner of Tasmania, which is a very mild sigh of relief, but they're not out of trouble yet. We have a minute 30 left on the clock, 30 seconds left for Bridie.
Thanks, Luke. Yeah, Bridie will come in furious with a minute left. A minute and a half left to play. I think as a Tasmanian player, I'd probably, if I were back, I'd probably decide I'm a forward right now and just start going hell for leather, but I am known for being a bit of a lunatic and doing stuff like that. It doesn't matter for Tassie from here. They got to try and get a goal on the board. I'd just give up on defense from here on out and throw everyone in front of the puck if I can. But with Queensland having all the momentum, it's hard to do that. They are driving the Tassie tray. Oh, what a beautiful 180 from the defender there. I didn't see who it was. It might have been Gabby. Might have been Bridie, who's now joined us back in the water. Tassie have got momentum now, and I really do think they've got to think about just be aggressive, just give up on defense here, try and push the Queensland backs, roll them if you can. There's no difference between losing 2-0 and losing 1-0 really. It's better to try and throw everything you have at it, get a goal on the board if you can. Queensland very solid in locking it down. They won't be trying to put another goal in unless they're given a gift from Tasmania. They'll just lock it up here, I think, and close out the game if they can. Luke, I just don't think Tassie's going to have any answers from here on. There's only 20 seconds left to play.
But there's one thing Tasmania is famous for. It's fighting to the last second of the game. And here we go. This is an example. Tassie with a big 45 push towards the halfway. Queensland scrambling in defence. And here we go, Tasmania. A big push. Looks like to be Hunter. Here we go. We've got 7 seconds left on the clock. Will they have time? And they might just run short as the time runs out. And there we have it. Full time. Outside of that sim binning late in the first half, it was neck and neck all game. Queensland probably just with the better areas throughout the game. Just a bit more pressure, but that was very unlucky. It was a beautiful game of hockey to watch, and I'm sure we're going to see these two states playing each other again. What do you take away from this, Romy?
Yeah, both these teams really dangerous, and if I was competing in this division, which I am, I'd be taking notes on how they're playing. It's going to be tough to sink either of them moving forward in this contest. So a commendable fight from both teams. Each had multiple scoring opportunities, but Queensland the only one to successfully convert Dina Victoria with the sole goal of the match. I've got a question about live streams coming up. I am going to follow up with that now, so we'll make sure that next game in this court, which is the WA Masters women taking on the Queensland Masters women. Sorry, it's a Masters men's division next. It's WA Masters Open versus the Tasmanian Masters Open. We'll make sure that's broadcast to you live. But for now, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.